Hey, guys? Take a look at this.
What is it?
Some kind of journal.
Well, duh.
It looks old.
These entries are dated to the late 1800s.
Who wrote this?
What?
This has to be some kind of joke. Chloe?
Hello, Maddie.
What do you want, Chloe?
It's been a long time since we played together. We used to play together all the time, you and I.
I remember. I also remember you used to hurt people, Chloe.
They weren't your real friends. I was always your best friend. Your only friend.
Where are you?
I never left. I will always be with you. I've seen you've been trying to make new friends, Maddie. Do you think I would let that happen?
I thought I got rid of you for good.
Answer it.
Hello?
I'm sorry I had to do this to you.
Do what? Who are you?
Bring you all together. You are connected more than you know.
What do you mean?
All three of you have a long lineage here. But I have to tell you, your ancestors were responsible for some terrible things that happened in this place.
This place? A parking garage?
This park, Cheesman Park. A long time ago, this place was a graveyard. Many were buried here, but because of one man's greed, those laid to rest were disturbed by terrible actions. My name is Rosemary Quinn. I died in 1892.
Oh my god.
What you are holding is my journal. My entries will tell you my story. But the pages that were left blank after I died were filled with the confessions of some people responsible for the exhumation of mine and many others' graves, along with the theft of our belongings.
Okay. There is no way this is real.
Why would you do that?
Because this whole thing is ridiculous. There's no way we're talking to a dead person over a phone.
I'm not doing that.
Wait a second. This entry's by William Thorne. I'm pretty sure they're my ancestor.
How would you know that?
Have you never studied your family's genealogy?
Can't say I have.
Well, anyway, the Thorne name definitely came up when I was researching.
What have they written?
March 12th, 1893. When we were relocating graves, I came across an open coffin of a young girl. It took me by surprise that it was left like that. Inside, with the body, there was a beautifully crafted porcelain doll. It was in immaculate condition. It's amazing what people will bury with their relatives. With my daughter's birthday coming up and money being scarce, I couldn't help myself but to take it. The things we have been doing here to cut corners and save money are so abhorrent that taking the child's toy doesn't seem that bad by comparison. Our employer, E.P. McGovern, who was hired by the authorities to move these graves, has been instructing us to force adult bodies into child-sized coffins. I know it's not right, but with finances the way they are right now, I don't have much choice but to follow orders. March 15th, 1893. I gave my daughter the doll and she adores it. I've never seen her so happy. I should be happy too, but I just can't shake the feeling that I've done something terrible. It's probably just the guilt, but I've been having the strangest feeling lately that someone is constantly watching me. March 21st, 1893. Something isn't right. I agreed to work the night shift, and I swear the whole night I heard noises in the shadow and saw things moving in the corner of my eye. When I would go to inspect, there wouldn't be anything there. The level of disturbances to these graves have to be unearthing something bad. April 3rd, 1893. Whatever has been happening to me is now happening to my family. It started with unexplained noises at night, sounds of footsteps when everyone is asleep. Items seem to go missing or break when no one is near them. My daughter has strangely become inseparable from the doll I gave her. She has named it Chloe and refuses to let us take it away from her. I know children can have vivid imaginations, but her behavior has changed too. She has violent outbursts, something she never did before I brought that doll into our home. What have I brought upon my family?
The doll. Chloe. Why does that sound familiar?
It's the name of the doll I was given. The one I told you about.
You don't think...
So, guys, Cheesman Park was actually a graveyard. Listen to this.
In 1983, Undertaker E.P. McGovern was contracted by the city to move 5,000 graves from the former city cemetery. He was paid per coffin, so he allegedly chopped up remains to stuff them into child-sized coffins in order to increase his payment.
This stuff really happened.
What else is in the journal?
The next entry is from someone named Patrick Reed.
Reed? That's my last name.
March 12th, 1983. I didn't expect we would have to cut up the bodies so we could double them up into single coffins. It's enough to make anyone lose their minds. I'm not scared of anything, let me say that right now. But I've seen things out here, heard things. So one night I was finishing up a shift and I heard a noise. Everyone else had gone home already, so I thought it was some kids up to no good. I ventured out to tell them to get lost. I kept hearing someone talking, so I walked towards the sound of the voice. I eventually ended up at one of the graves we was moving. I thought someone was sleeping in the hole. No one was there. Well, no one alive, that was. There was a body, yeah, sure, but it wasn't anything I wasn't used to. I noticed there were still rings on the body's fingers. Being the only person there at the time, I didn't think anyone noticed if I took them for myself. It's not like I'm getting anything extra for the work I've been doing around here. March 20th, 1893. My imagination is probably getting the better of me, but I feel eyes on me everywhere, even when I'm not at the work site. March 25th, 1893. I become so paranoid I had to do something about the rings I took. My brother's a carpenter, and in exchange for one of the rings, I had him carve me a mirror for my wife, hiding the other rings in the carvings. The mirror is beautifully carved, but when he had gave it to me, he had put all the rings in it. I asked him why he didn't keep one of them for himself, and he told me something along the lines of there being a darkness about them, and he didn't want them anywhere near him or his family. He must be more superstitious than I'm being right now. March 28th, 1893. I must be losing my mind. My wife loves the mirror I had my brother carve us and has hung it up in our home. But strange things seem to be happening around it. I started catching glimpses of moving shadows in its reflection, things that I know can't be there. The other night I was walking past the mirror, and in the reflection I saw a figure behind me. It was my wife, but she didn't look right. Something was off about her. She was smiling, but it felt like there was something sinister about it. April 2nd, 1893. There is something in my home. Something that can mimic the appearances and voices of my wife and children. But it's something malevolent. Something with evil intent. I now know these apparitions are real and not something in my mind. And what we've been doing here is nothing other than evil. God forgive us.
Wasn't your experience with the mimic involving a mirror?
Yes, the one we inherited from my aunt.
That's crazy. Are there entries from anyone else?
I'm guessing Jack Harper is somehow related to you?
Wait, there are drawings with these entries. They look like something I would have drawn.
What do the entries say?
March 12th, 1893. After unearthing so many of these graves, I'm finding myself no longer affected by what we're doing. On the one hand, I am relieved, as I'm able to complete my tasks with little disruption. On the other hand, I feel this work cannot be good for our souls. But today, something changed. Towards the end of my shift, I opened a coffin of a girl who must have been the same age as my daughter. She had this locket around her neck, and something, I can't explain what, compelled me to take it. March 14th, 1893. It is not like me to steal something, and now I feel such regret. I want to return the locket, but everyone has been cutting corners to get as many bodies moved, so there is no knowing where this poor soul is resting now. If you can even call it resting. I don't have it in me to rid myself of it. It remains hidden in my home. March 19th, 1893. I must be paying the toll for everything I have done. I am plagued with visitations at night. I wake up, unable to move or speak, and a dark presence is in my bedroom. I hope these are just my feelings of guilt and remorse presenting themselves as waking nightmares. March 30th, 1893. This manifestation continues to plague me and my family. There are more of these spirits appearing in my home, and I fear I am beyond repentance.
So where are you on a scale of believing this is real?
Only slightly less than the scale of how much I'm freaking out!
Can we call, is it Rosemary back?
Rosemary? We believe you. Okay, but why are you doing this?
Because there are many of us that are in a state of unrest because of the actions of your ancestors.
Surely we aren't the only ones with ancestors who were involved.
That is right. But my connection between you three is stronger.
Why?
Because your ancestors all stole from my grave.
So you cursed all of our ancestors?
It wasn't me who cursed you, but the actions of your ancestors brought dark entities upon their descendants. Acts of evil causing guilt, shame, and fear feed them, makes them stronger. Curses are passed down through generations, and there are many others who are far from saving. But I can help rid you of the afflictions brought upon you.
How?
by returning what was stolen from me.
What about the curses? I don't really want to be haunted by a demon my whole life.
What happened? Where did she go?